My stepmother secretly changed my father's will. I didn't realize it until the lawyer read a single sentence that made the entire room go silent. Up until that moment, I believed everything about my father's estate was simple and fair. He had always told me that whatever he owned would be split equally between me and my younger brother. The house had been in our family for more than 30 years, so I never imagined there would be any confusion about it. But the day we gathered in the lawyer's office after my father passed away, I realized how wrong I was. The room was small, quiet, and uncomfortable. The kind of place where every word feels heavier than it should. My stepmother sat across from us with her hands folded calmly on the table. She looked almost too relaxed for someone who had just lost a husband. My brother sat beside me, staring down at the documents. Meanwhile, the lawyer adjusted his glasses and began reading the will line by line. At first, everything sounded normal. There were small gifts to relatives, some donations to charities my father supported, and a short section about personal belongings going to family members. Then the lawyer suddenly paused. The pause lasted just long enough to make me look up. Something in his expression had changed. He cleared his throat and continued reading. According to the will, the house, the land, and nearly all remaining assets would be transferred entirely to my stepmother. My brother and I would only receive a small fixed amount, an amount that barely covered a few months of living expenses. For a few seconds, nobody said anything, because the words didn't seem real. It felt like I had misunderstood something. But when I looked at my brother, his face had the same shocked expression as mine. I interrupted the lawyer and asked him to read that section again. I honestly believed I had heard it wrong, but he calmly repeated the exact same sentence. The house, the land, and nearly all of my father's money would go to my stepmother. My brother and I would receive only a small fixed amount. For a moment, the room felt completely silent, almost like time had stopped. I looked at my brother. His face showed the same confusion and disbelief I felt. Then I slowly turned toward my stepmother. I expected her to look shocked, or at least uncomfortable, but she didn't. She simply nodded slowly, almost like she had been expecting this moment. She calmly explained that my father had updated the will a few months earlier. She said he wanted to make sure she would be financially secure, and according to her, everything had been handled legally. But something about that explanation felt wrong. Only a few weeks before my father passed away, we had talked about the house. He clearly told me that he wanted my brother and me to keep it in the family. So hearing this new version of the will made no sense at all. After the meeting ended, my brother and I walked outside in silence. Both of us were trying to understand what had just happened. Losing our father had already been painful enough, but this situation felt different. Over the next few days, we started asking quiet questions. We searched through old documents, and eventually we contacted another lawyer. That was when things started getting strange. The updated will had been signed when my father was heavily medicated after a medical procedure. Even more concerning, the witness signatures belonged to two people neither my brother nor I had ever met, and that raised a question we couldn't ignore. If my father truly believed the house should stay in the family, then why would he suddenly give everything away? And when we thought about who benefited the most from that change, there was only one answer: my stepmother.